kidding. There was a time I was in a restaurant and I told one of the prep girls, and I say prep girl, she was actually a dishwasher, and like everybody called out. So I was like, look, put a cup of butter and a cup of flour and let's make a roux. So I come back around and there's a skillet like full. And I was like, what are you doing? What's going on there? She said, you said a cup, and she had a 32-ounce cup. So that was the cup.
I always know what a measuring cup is.
Well, so right. But for roux, that's okay. 1 to 1 is all you're trying to do. So it doesn't matter if it's a 32-ounce cup or an 8-ounce cup or whatnot. But what we have here is a 2 cup of butter and 2 cups of flour. So now we have it in there. We don't want lumps. So we have to stir pretty rapidly just to make sure everything smooths out. Watch it. This is napalm. Now, there was a time, and I guess James Brown probably should have, even though grits are pretty hot roux would have been worse to get hit in the face with than the grits. But there was a time when you get this roux and it's all good and you're getting it in your jam, and then it's done and you're like, I want to taste it. And that's definitely don't do that.
Yeah,
you don't want to taste it, but this stuff is so hot it really can melt metal almost. So what you do,
does it matter what heat do you set it on?
Okay, so no, it matters. You can set the heat as fast as you can stir, because if you let it stick at any point, it's going to get black and it's ruined. If you see black specks in your roux, especially at this stage, if you see anything black coming up, like burnt popcorn kernels or things like that, first of all, you can smell it, but it's over. You can't save it, and you're going to ruin whatever you're putting it in. So start over. But what I like to do, and if you can see, I'm kind of playing with this also. I mean, there's times, I'll just take it all the way off, and that's perfectly okay.
You're welcome.
Perfectly okay to do that. But if you get, as long as you're covering your surface and you're stirring and you're catching the sides, you won't get any bumps in there, no lumps, and no burns. So generally what you're doing, there's a couple of ways to look at this. In Louisiana, they say it's about 2 beers worth. So as long as you're stirring and you're drinking a beer and you finish the first one, by the time you finish the second one, you should be about to the color you're looking for. Now, we don't drink beer. I've never done it that way for sure. So it takes about 40 minutes. And so, you want to kind of get it right. I would definitely, the bigger the batch, the better, because you can save this stuff. And you can, put it in the freezer even and use it later. So make it and you're proud of it. So what we're going to do is kind of put this over here, because
this is the roux that I made.
Right.
Beautiful, huh?
So that is perfect. And if you can see here, it's got an even consistency. There's no lumps. It's dark. That's a great roux. So I don't know. In Louisiana is sort of a different state than most southern states for sure. But people look at roux and they're very passionate about it, and they try to get it as dark as they can. And it's kind of like, hold my beer, watch this. I'm going to show you how dark I can get it. But you really want to almost get it to burnt. But you'll know it'll be bitter if it's burnt.
So I did a pretty good job.
You did great. This is perfect.
Thank you.
And any southerner would be happy to use this. It looks like chocolate cake batter.
I wanted to try it earlier and you would not let me.
Yes, this is not a good thing to try at this stage. But from here, we're putting vegetables in there, and we're starting gumbo, shrimp and grits, etouffee, you name it.
So you put it in the shrimp and grits, which are right there, and it actually just won Taste of Dallas.
Yes. We went to the Taste of Dallas. We brought this out there. Everybody got a sample, and we came out on top there. We have another, what's the next step?
Is chef competition in October?
Yes, in October. So now we're going to the next level. We're gonna crank it up. You know, maybe get some voodoo dolls out there or something.
So-
in the tradition.
So Paula Deen's Family Kitchen is family style.
Yes.
Why family style versus buffet?
Okay, so think of this. Paula Deen's Family Kitchen was designed to emulate your grandmother's kitchen. And at grandma's house, you come in there and you're gonna eat, man, that's good, grandma. And if you're eating fast, she's gonna bring you out some more, you know? And we just want you to feel the hospitality.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, this is great. I need to get some more of that. You know, how many times we go to a restaurant that does really well and like, man, if I could get a little bit more, that'd be awesome. Well, that is the mentality here. We want to take care of you, and the southern hospitality should be felt there.
So the shrimp and grits, one of my favorite new items right now.
Yes.
But also, there's now a new takeout menu.
Yes. So, big deal here in Fairview. We are the first Paula Deen Family Kitchen to offer takeout. Now, you're at work. You're like, man, that would be cool for fried chicken. Nobody eats fried chicken during the week and all this stuff because it's an ordeal. We can have that ready for you. Call. We'll come to the retail counter here and boom, pick it up. You got your 2 meats, 3 sides, got some dessert, biscuits, all that wrapped up, ready for you. And you can do about a person. If it's 1 person, 20 people, 30 people, you name it. We'll have it, 20 minutes. We're issuing out. We also have curbside as well. We're getting some signs made. You pull up to the curb right here, give us a call, we'll bring it out to you. Easy peasy.
Another fun event that you have
Yes.
coming out that I'm also super excited about is Paula's Parties.
Yes. So, Paula's Party is really exciting. It's similar to what we're doing here today. Think of this thing as all laid out. This is going to be like your kitchen counter, and we got stools all around the side. Everybody's coming in, we're drinking some wine, having some beanie bellinis or whatnot, and we're talking about how to make roux or how to make a dip, like spinach artichoke or, shrimp and grits. And then we bring some shrimp and grits out. Everybody's eating it, having a good time. And it kind of can go anywhere. Like this is going to be another situation where, see at uh-oh.
Hi!
Hey! How are you, Miss Paula?
How are y'all doing? Is this Nick?
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing, darling?
Good. We're making some roux.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and everybody's eating shrimp and grits and ooey gooeys.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. I heard the good news that we were voted #1 shrimp and grits in Dallas.
We sure were.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see you, but I can hear you very well.
Okay, I do. The microphone's probably not going to work, and you can just hear me from Savannah.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to look at that pretty face.
Well, I don't know. This thing is, I can see me, but I don't know. I don't know how it works. So anyway, that's good. So we got everybody here, and they got a Jeep raffle. We were just talking about how that is not instant pudding, that banana pudding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We got some thumbs up from that as well.
Yes.
So.
And it's pretty dadgum good, isn't it, y'all?
That's right.
So, do we have any guests? Do we have any guests there? Or is it all staff where you're
No. We've got about 40, 50 people in here, and everybody's.
Hey, y'all. Thank y'all so much for your love and support. We thank you so much. We worked hard and long to get in the state of Texas because I tell you what, I feel like I'm kin to Texas folks. Love you, Texas girls. And I love cowboys and cowboy hats.
She's not kidding. So she has.
And not kidding.
No, and what's it?
It's my boyfriend there.
I was actually about to talk about him and with his cowboy hat, and I tell you what, every time. every time he comes to town, she comes to town, she's got the same, cowboy trooper with her, and it's so good. Good stuff.
Well, I wish I was there with y'all.
Well, we sure do too, but you're always with us in spirit, Miss Paula.
I'm there every day in spirit with y'all.
That's
Every
right.
day in spirit, Nick.
Okay, well,
I can't thank our friends enough. Y'all are so special to me. And I just thank you.
well, what
And
we,
all of us at Paula Deen Family Kitchen, we all try to bring you love and best dishes always.
well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna try to see if we can say goodbye, Miss Paula, loud enough for her to hear back there. So
Oh,
here's everybody's turn. Let's go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
what did they say
They
next?
said, they said bye, Miss Paula.
Goodbye to y'all, my dear friends. Love and best dishes to you all.
All right, have a good night, and we're gonna talk to you soon.
You, Nick, I'm cooking fresh crab right now.
That's nice. All right, well, you enjoy that. I know y'all will.
Thank you, doll baby, and thank you for everything that you do, Nick. You're great.
All right, thank you, Miss Paula.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. So speaking of, and Miss Paula, she's agreed to help us with the Paula's party as well. And so there are gonna be times, we will work some things out. That was actually our first Skype in the kitchen that you guys were a part of. And what she's gonna do is she's gonna be cooking with us. So I may just be stirring the pot, and she'll tell me what I'm doing wrong, and like, no, you got to turn that down and all this. And we were here one time, the first demo that we did in this kitchen, and I mean, I'm trying to tell her what I know. She's like, no, you don't have that right. So it's going to be another interactive thing. And I tell you, if she could be here, she would be here. I mean, there are times she has a team of people pulling her away. Like, I mean, she was gonna miss an airplane in San Antonio, and she had to go through the kitchen. She has to talk to people, and I mean, she's really passionate about cooking, about
I remember
hospitality.
last time I was here for the meet and greet, before she even came out and met everyone in line, she was in the restaurant saying hi to everybody that was already sitting in there eating at the restaurant. So yeah, she's
Yes.
very personable.
Yes, I mean, and when she says she feels like she's, got a part of her in Texas, her heart is as big as the state of Texas. On this, I was telling a story a little earlier. She did the last leg she did, the last time she was out with us, she did 5 states in 7 days. And on the last day, we were in the Bass Pro Shops in San Antonio, and it was hot. So, I mean, I'm struggling getting into here, and Miss Paula is only a few years older than I am. So, I mean, it's, if I'm tired, I can imagine that she's kind of worn out. But I tell you, they made this little suite for her in Bass Pro Shops. She went in there for like 5 minutes, and she says, I got to go see them in the kitchen. And then the kitchen's 100 degrees too. So, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And then she's got her people pulling on her like, we got to go. You can't be here. So she's really a part of all this stuff, and she really instills that and all of us. And you can see it in our service here.
Yeah.
I mean, if any of you guys come around, even if there's anything that ever goes wrong, the other guys, the servers, they're gonna discipline these guys. They're like, what is this? They have so much passion and things of that nature. So
Yeah, I've eaten here several times, and it is, if you haven't actually eaten here before, you definitely need to try it, because the dining experience is just unlike any other.
right, I mean, and it's a special thing, and it's hard to put. You don't walk in and say, I know what this is. It looks kind of different than what you think. But these are actually, the restaurants that we build are actually replicas of Miss Paula's house, because she wants you to feel like you're at her house.
I was telling Victor that I want the curtains.
Yes.
I want the
Aren't they
curtains from
beautiful?
here. They're beautiful.
I tell you what, she knows she is a classy lady, and she knows if this roux is wrong, she knows if the macaroni's wrong. That banana pudding, if you mess it up, you're gonna get a spatula. you know, and not the good way. So, yeah. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns?
So this is like part retail store, part restaurant. How big is the restaurant, and how many people come?
I think we can do 230, 250, sitting on laps sometimes. We have outdoor seating. It is crazy hot this time of year, but we're working on putting the shades up, getting fans, and doing these things because outside's beautiful if it just wasn't so hot. But the next couple of weeks we have the outside seat you'll be able to enjoy actually. Starting Monday.
And the booths are very comfortable too. There's a ton of space in there.
How are we looking at breakfast?
So again, you guys know Fairview is definitely a breakfast town for sure. So we're working on breakfast, getting these kinks worked out, and ready to serve you. It will be soon. It's on the short list.
You'll have brunch right now, right?
No, we do
No?
special
I
event
lied.
brunches
I lied.
though.
Okay.
You did not lie. We've done a couple of brunches / breakfast. Breakfast seems to go better here. And I mean, if you guys have ever had the chance to go to Pigeon Forge or Myrtle Beach, their breakfast is lights out. I mean, it's a knockout. So it's very good, and we are anticipating some breakfast action. Soon. You got another?
Yeah. How many of these exist? Like, what number is this?
So this is number 3 of 4. We have our company has one in San Antonio, and Paula Deen Ventures has one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and they are just bonkers. This is a little different. We're getting more in the communities here and reaching out to people, and it's more personal here in a way. Not to discredit anybody else, but what we want you to feel here is a more personal touch, and at home. Yes.
Anybody else?
So does this kitchen kind of represent any of her kitchens?
Yes. And I was going to say that earlier. If you look, these are all designed from hers. And if you look on YouTube, anything in her house, that's her hood. That's the
I
hood.
recognize that's why I
Now we're working things. The construction side of things are a little tricky at times. But this Viking oven is the oven from her house, and all of the stores are equipped with that oven. Beautiful. So once we get that cranking, we're gonna be cooking out here. I mean, it's designed to do that. So we're gonna kind of switch some things up and make it work without cooking out here, but we're still gonna enjoy the space. It's a wonderful space. I mean, we've actually had to fill it up with some things, but I mean, imagine this thing just wide open with stools all around it.
And having your own friends over for a party.
2 big old ice buckets full of white wine on the sides, That's gonna be it's a nice thing,
So for the Paula's parties, do you get to pick what you're cooking?
Sure. Think of it this way. Paula's parties are gonna be kind of like a catered event. Like you're gonna call up and say, these are kind of the packages that we'll offer. That would be great if we learned how to do that. We learned how to do this. So you'll learn how to cook it and you'll eat it. There won't be a whole lot of cooking involved right now, but you will see. I mean, similar to, like I said, what we did here. And it'll be some actual heating and doing, but we're gonna bring the food out from the kitchen, and it's gonna be kind of like a catered. Think of this as the chef's table of this restaurant. So really cool. That's really exciting for us.
I want to make some of her biscuits. Yeah.
So those parties, is it only things that you currently have on the menu?
No, we have.
Sorry, so I could get her cookbook. There was one somewhere. Her
They're
Christmas
everywhere.
cookbook. Yeah, I could get something from her cookbook. Say, I was going through her cookbook and I want to make her biscuits.
Boom, done. I mean, that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna go. I mean, you name it. And I'll tell you, Miss Paula has a recipe for anything you've ever.
Her Southern Cooking Bible.
I mean, she has a
You can
Bible.
make From this. I guess she has. Oh, look, this one's signed.
Yes, well, when she was here, she signed a few of
Oh,
them.
that's
So
awesome.
if you're lucky enough
You'll get a signed
to
cookbook.
grab a
You pick the
cookbook
right
off the
one.
shelf, so
That's
really
awesome.
cool, really cool.
Any other questions? Has everyone tried everything?
And again,
No, what if
Banana pudding.
you need some
jump in
banana
here.
pudding?
Come get up. We still
What
have
haven't
some
you
of
tried?
everything.
I gotta get some banana pudding.
Yes. There's another aspect too of how to bring Paula into your house and how to get a little bit more involved. I guess we have these gift baskets.
Yes.
The gift baskets for Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays, things like that.
And I'm just gonna say my personal favorite item in the store is the sweet potato. Is it sweet potato jam?
Yes, the butter, sweet
Yes,
potato
sweet
butter.
potato butter.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. Yes, it's right back there. I'm telling you, sweet potato butter. And
Yes,
if you-
here it's everywhere.
So good.
Great on the biscuits, pancakes, hoe cakes.
Yep.
Go on.
Yep.
So, well, all right. Well, we'll be walking around and we'll get with anybody with any questions or anything like that. But thank you all for coming, for sure.
Hey, before we wrap this up, to Victor.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Thanks for coming to Paula Deen's Family Kitchen. We appreciate the support. Thank you, guys.
That's Victor, and we will sign off.